So MrBeast has somehow gotten himself into controversy. I mean, people on Twitter are just deranged. They're insane. I don't normally get mad or upset at browsing Twitter. You know, it doesn't get under my skin, but seeing the way people are talking about MrBeast because of his new video that he put out blows my mind and pisses me off. Genuinely, it actually upsets me. So if you have no idea what's going on, for context, the other day, MrBeast released a new video, and it's this here that's on screen. It's lose 100 pounds, win $250,000. And MrBeast has good titles, thumbnails, so I'm sure you can kind of guess what the point of this video is. He threw one of his friends into a building, isolated, gave him a home gym, gave him a kitchen with all sorts of healthy food, a basketball court, an outdoor gym, etc., etc. And he threw him in there for a year and said, if you stay here for a year, you're not allowed to leave. If you lose 100 pounds, you'll get $250,000. Simple concept, obviously big execution, you know, to make this whole thing run for a year, but a very simple concept, right? Well, during this video, the contestant Majd met up with someone who was going to be his coach for the challenge. And this guy's name was Coach Wall. Now, Coach Wall is definitely the type of personality you could tell immediately. He's the type of guy who comes into a room, he has a big smile, he has a big presence, and his job was to help Majd along with his goals, keep him accountable, help track his calories, help make sure his workouts are proper, and just get him towards the minus 100 pounds over the course of the year. And MrBeast does a great job in storytelling in this video by showing the connection that Majd had with Coach Wall. During the entire first part of this video, you get to see Coach Wall and Majd connect. The contestant talks about how a year ago his father passed away, and then afterwards he put on a whole bunch of weight, and him and the coach bond over that. They do fun things together like jump in the money. The contestant's birthday actually happens during this challenge, and the family is brought in, and the coach sings happy birthday with them, even in another language. And the whole thing is obviously them having this deep bond and this connection while the contestant is isolated and dealing with his challenge and overcoming it on his own. All seems great, right? I mean, seems like, again, simple concept. I mean, it's great execution by MrBeast, not trying to glaze, but genuinely it is. I mean, that's why he's the most subscribed YouTuber on the platform. However, tragedy strikes in this video. If you've clicked this video, you have no idea what's going on. Well, about 85 days into the challenge, when the contestant is making really great progress on his goals, he gets the unfortunate news that Coach Wall has passed away. He's told this by MrBeast's producer, and he reacts and has a breakdown.
But I do have really unfortunate news. I hate to be the first to tell you this. Coach Wall was found dead in the apartment yesterday.
No. No, man, no. No, don't lie to me, bro.
It's not so bad,
Oh my God. No, it's gotta be a joke, bro. There's no way. Bro, there's no way.
Now, obviously, this is sad. This is emotional. You know, it's hard to see a grown man cry, especially grieve like this. And it's a tough watch, you know, emotionally. Obviously, you watch this, you're like, damn, I mean, this guy just made this connection with this dude. He spoke literally just a few days ago about how his father passed away, and he put on the pounds, he put on the weight, and that now he's pushing himself to try to lose it all. And then in the middle of this challenge, nearly 3 months in, someone who was like a brother to him, who was working with him every single day, unexpectedly passes at the age of 38, by the way. Very tragic and unfortunate. And so immediately after this happens in the video, MrBeast points out how the next step is to ask Majd, the contestant, how he feels about the situation as an individual and what he wants to do to continue forward, obviously. Well, if you actually watch the video, immediately after this whole scene happens, MrBeast asks him what he wants to do, and this is what the contestant had to say.
And I'm choosing not to play our conversation here, but essentially I wanted to let him know that his grief was real and that we could end the video right then and there if he didn't want to continue.
We're not pulling the plug on this.
Yeah?
I can't let him down. I'm doing this for myself, but now it's for Coach too.
Now, your immediate reaction may be kind of a little bit weary about this whole situation. Maybe you're like, is this okay? Is this weird? And you know what? I won't even blame you if initially you kind of think that way. But now it's time to get into the meat of this video, what really, truly infuriated me beyond belief. So I went on twitter.com. I was scrolling, of course, just having a regular day, wasting my time, rotting my brain, pissing away my life, browsing this deranged platform. And lo and behold, I saw a post. This one here by Scootish. So Pato Starcross also posted the clip of the whole context leading up to Coach Wall passing, and Scootish quote tweets it by saying, "Fuck you, MrBeast. The solution was stopping the video and just giving him the money. Instead, you exploited a man's grief for your own gain. Vile shit. You should be ashamed. You are not a good person." And this tweet has 15,000 likes, and this isn't even one of the higher liked tweets on this whole situation. I mean, this is relatively low liked, but 15,000 people saw this post and decided to agree with it and like it. If you just look at the quote tweets on like MrBeast posts, MrBeast used a guy dying as a plot twist, 79,000 likes. A man died while making this video, and instead of being a rational human being and not continuing the project, he made an emotional scene with piano music of a man grieving and had the audacity to post it online. Fucking filth. I mean, this is genuinely how people are reacting. And again, now maybe you're someone in the middle, right? You're not really sure why this was included. I don't know. But let me pitch you why these people are deranged lunatics, completely evil, bottom of the barrel maniacs, bloodthirsty maniacs. Okay, let me present this to you. Right off the bat, I decided to do a little bit of research into this whole situation, okay? And Majd, after finishing this journey, opened up his own YouTube channel. And the first post he makes a day ago from recording this is how I lost 100 pounds to win $250,000. And as you can see, it's him reacting to the entire video. It's about 57 minutes long. He has about 20 minutes of reactions, but from the start to finish, he reacts to the entire video. And I was curious how the man himself, the one who grieved, decided to respond to what happened, because these people on Twitter, I mean, obviously they're deranged, they're insane, and they're speaking for him. So I was curious, what is the situation here? And when you watch this video, you begin to realize that this guy is taking the situation of hardship and grief. He struggled with his dad passing. He struggled with Coach Wall passing. And he is using this as a strong, heavy motivator to push himself towards his goals and his success. And he says this dozens of times in the video. Like here's just an example of it at the beginning.
Before we get into it, I just want to thank everyone that worked on this video. I want to thank Jimmy. I want to thank production, all the hard work and sacrifice, all the time that went into this, blood, sweat, and tears. Literally every single thing they did to make this possible. I just want to pay tribute to Coach Wall. The time that I spent with him is time that I will forever cherish. He was such an inspiration. He was such a light. So glad that, I got to do what I did with him and honor him the way that I will continue to do so. I just want to really, really, really thank you guys. It's just so surreal. It's so unreal and it's so unbelievable. I'm just so grateful. And I'm so thankful and give all glory to God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Really what helped me and got me through this. Without further ado, let's hop into this video.
And as you continue to watch his reaction, you get to see how emotional he is. And when he watches the scene back, he says that he's watched this 20 times. This is the 21st time he's watching it for this reaction. He still gets emotional. He still cries.
Oh man, it just it's so so crazy, man. So hard, being with someone every day and having them, and we're going on this journey together, and he's helping me, and to just lose him the way I did, it's tough, man. It's so tough. But knowing Coach, he literally wouldn't want anything more than for me to just continue and keep going. Because at the end of the day, he told me that you don't have to do anything. You're deciding to do something. You're deciding to show up every single day. And man, why we just show up and we enjoy the process, This is the way of life.
Hey, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. You vile, disgusting human. How dare you farm Greek for views? You should be ashamed of yourself. Obviously, I'm completely joking. I know, dark joke. Sorry, but come on, that's what the people on Twitter are unironically saying how we should react to watching this video. It is insane to me. I can't even begin to comprehend watching this and thinking that that's the situation, that's the takeaway. They genuinely stare this man in the face, look at what he is thinking, look at his grief, and watch that clip, and that is their response. I mean, they're subhuman. They're not even real. And then at the end of the video, he has something explicit to say that I think perfectly encapsulates why these drama retards on Twitter are just completely hopeless. Just listen to what he says about Coach Wall and why this is important.
This is for Coach Wall. This video is dedicated to Coach Wall. There are no amount of words that I can put in to show my gratitude and just how thankful I am for literally everything. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing Coach Wall as much love and support and honoring his name and honoring his legacy and literally cementing him as one of the greatest coaches in the entire world. He's impacted me and and he's going to continue to impact millions of people around the world. And I'm just so grateful. It's so cool that we get to do this together.
And he's spitting facts. I mean, absolutely true. Whatever you want to say about MrBeast, if you want to be critical of him, unrelated, I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. But in this instance, this video, it does represent who Coach Wall was as a person, his personality, the way he lit up the room. And Majd, someone who built a close connection to him, views this video as a good thing. He views this as a way to represent who Coach was. And welcome to the world, man. I mean, welcome to media. Tell me one facet of media that doesn't use grief, people's passing, or death just in general as a way to story build. This is media. This is storytelling. And if the contestant himself wants this to be out there, wants to represent Coach Wall, and wants to use his grief to conquer the goals, and then wants the video to be released, what are these guys at Twitter expecting MrBeast to do? Genuinely. Do they expect him to sit down with Majd and be like, I know that you really want to continue this, but it kind of looks bad because Coach Wall died and I don't really like the optics of it, so I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to go home. Take the 250 grand, but just go home and wallow in your own misery and just forget about the challenge, dude. Fuck it, dude. It looked bad for me optically for Twitter retards. So get the fuck out of here. I mean, what the actual fuck do they think he's supposed to do? And just for more context, if you read the description of the video, if you actually watch the video, read the description, make yourself aware of anything that's happening here. He writes, following this tragic news, we reached out to Coach Wall's family to determine whether this video should be shared. With grace and wisdom, they expressed that Tyler would have wanted his message of hope and positivity to continue reaching others, even in his absence. So these deranged lunatics like Scootish actually think that when this guy dies, the correct solution is for MrBeast to focus on its optics, go against his family's wishes and against the contestants' wishes to put Tyler's legacy out there, delete the video, give the money to the contestant and say, too bad, go home. You have to be, I mean, you have to be banned. You know, I'm against free speech. Fuck free speech. I'm against this. We need to bring back censorship. We need to terminate these guys. You are a loser. Fuck you. And I genuinely watched this video, and you know what? I mean, I'll admit it. I saw it. I was like, wow, this is moving. This is awesome. This guy conquered his goals 80 days into his journey. He experienced grief a second time to such an intense degree that I can't even fathom it. I mean, losing your father, putting the weight on, associating your father's death with your health, and then literally a few weeks later, losing the coach that you've been working with for months. I mean, that is brutal. That is insane. But this man is inspirational. He genuinely is. And at the end of the video, he won. I mean, he beat the goal. He beat the 100 pounds, and now he has his own fitness channel. I gotta throw my hands up and say, applause, W, MrBeast. This was great narrative, great storytelling. And listen, I'm not immune to criticizing MrBeast on this channel, okay? I've covered his leaked documents. I've gone over his critics and shown his critics' arguments, as well as being critical of his critics. I think the guy is not immune to flaws. Let's just be honest. I mean, the Chris Tyson stuff, let's just be honest, that was pretty fucked up. But even with that out there, acting like this is something valid to criticize him over blew my mind. Because keep this in mind, anytime you throw a criticism at someone, you were expecting them to do something differently, right? So their criticism is the way that he did this was wrong. So can someone please tell me the alternative? Again, they are saying that they should have just gone against Tyler's wishes, Coach Wall. They should have gone against the contestants' wishes, and they should have protected their own brand over what they both wanted. And you absolutely know if MrBeast did that and the contestant and the family were upset, these complete disgusting leeches would have made the same exact criticism, saying that MrBeast is evil, MrBeast is disgusting, and they would have farmed 30,000 plus likes, millions of views. I mean, it just blows my mind. And so you know what? Yeah, I'll guard for MrBeast. I'll throw my life on the line for MrBeast for this in particular. Completely absurd. Anyone who's making this argument is as low IQ as possible. Their brain does not understand anything. They have no critical thinking skills. And I even replied to this Scootish guy saying, Twitter users when a grown-ass man decides to use grief as a motivator to continue his goals. Yeah, he should have just went home and put the weight back on and wallowed in his misery instead. I'm sure that's what Coach would have wanted. And then this doofus replies to me, no one's mad at the contestant. They're mad that MrBeast recorded a man's reaction to the death of someone they cared about and then recorded them processing the grief and then posted it online as entertainment. Hey asshole, isn't this the entire fucking point of what I just said in the first tweet? That the way that this guy processed his grief was to then use it to conquer his goals, and he wanted to stay and continue the video process, and he is fine with the story of conquering his grief, which includes his reaction to the death being in that video along with the coach's family. So what are you talking about? I then reply, so if he's okay with it, you'll concede that you're just butting in someone else's business. If the guy himself wanted his grief to be shown and his journey of conquering it for his goals to be shown, then who the fuck are you to say anything about it? And last line again replied to me as a complete moron. If someone wanted to be waterboarded on Twitch, would we be okay with Twitch letting that be streamed? Consent from the person doesn't absolve the business. I mean, what are we even talking about? If the guy wanted everything out there, cool. There's also the pressure of life-changing money on the line. And then I reply, you're taking grief from death, which is completely natural and a human thing. Everyone you know, including yourself, will die one day, and so will I. And comparing it to live streaming torture, one would probably violate TOS. But even so, there are instances of people testing being waterboarded for documentary purposes. What an absurd argument. Which is actually true. I mean, I remember watching this years ago. Christopher Hitchens get waterboarded. He did this himself, where he laid down and tested being waterboarded with, of course, safety measures in place, where once it happened, he could respond to react to get out. If you see here, they had him holding onto this object, and then if he dropped the object, that means the test concluded immediately, and he literally could not last 1 second. I mean, I don't know if I can show the video for age restriction or anything like that, but he could literally not last 1 second being waterboarded before he immediately dropped it. So he put himself to the test, willfully consented to this, and this has 5 million views on YouTube. So I mean, what are we even saying? But I continue, all I know is if I was in his shoes, I would absolutely want to conquer the challenge and beat the video and do it in my trainer's name, because that's what my trainer would have wanted. And this guy, I mean, he's just nonstop. If Logan Paul found the family of the guy they found in the forest and asked if it was okay for them to post the video, would that be okay? Exploiting someone's grief for views is still icky. It's not something MrBeast had to record and post. They could have turned off the cam. Again, asshole, you're missing the context that everyone involved wanted it. So you're just useless. But I reply, you love taking completely unrelated and bad faith analogies and comparing them. If Logan Paul decided to interview a family member of a for his victim, that would be fine. You can record, profit off of, and use grief or death for storytelling. Literally every facet of media does this. Nothing about what MrBeast did was inappropriate. Because also obviously the problem with the Logan Paul controversy is that he showed a body on film and also made light of the situation wearing his alien hat, soy facing to it. To compare that situation and controversy to this MrBeast video, it's not like they went into Coach Wall's apartment and filmed his body, like on the couch passed away, and then put that in the video. I mean, how can you even make this argument? And he's just, there's documentaries about how TV shows manipulated and exploited matters, and contestants to this day are upset about it. Yeah, well, great. Everyone on the show is fine. Coach Wall is presented in an amazing light. He's the shining star of the video. He's presented as an amazing person, a great motivator. I mean, he's literally painted character-wise beautifully. It is the perfect memorial for him as a viewer. Now listen, I'm not his family, but obviously the family consented to it. And so obviously, they agree. This was a great way to represent him, and the 15,000 people who like this tweet and people who post bullshit like this, you all need to be kicked off the internet and locked in an insane asylum. So yeah, anyway, a bit of a more aggressive video for my return. Sorry guys, I haven't posted on this channel in a while. Apologies. I mean, this just made me so passionate. I was texting my friends. I don't normally get this upset, but this just like grinded my gears so hard. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Peace.